Alright, in this video I'm going to show you all about progress bars. I'm going to keep reloading this so you can see. Progress bars, I'm sure you've seen on other websites. You can use it for a variety of different things, you know, to boost, to showcase your strengths. So there's different kind of progress bars we have, and I'll just go over. You might use it for highlighting, you know, what your focus is as far as your mission, or how much percentage of money goes to different places. If you're doing a certain fundraiser, you could use just one of these bars as a progressive bar to show how much money has come in, and you're trying to hit a certain goal. So that's one of the reasons you could use it, or some of the other reasons, you know, you may just get creative with. So as you can see, there's different kind of bars. These are just like the standard progress bars, straight line bars. They also go in you can put them in a circle. You can have the circle with like the filled in the middle, and then you can have these kind of vertical progress bars as well. So the majority of these are shown in groups, and just remember, you might want to just use them individually as well. Like I said, you know, we used, when we did a fundraiser, we use these bars. We use them for different categories that people were donating for, and we had like we actually had about 12 categories, and then each category had its own little bar, and then we had a big bar at the top. You know, so it depends on your giving software as well. Sometimes they help integrate that, but this is more if you were going to have to do it manually and just update the bars each day, which is fine if you're doing a fundraiser. So there's some of the examples. So let's jump over to our demo. Super easy, this one. We are just going to come down to, just got to find it. It is progress bars under creative modules. And that's one bar there, you can see. So that would just be the one. If we went ahead, so that's the horizontal. If you change it to vertical, that's going to be a vertical bar. And then if you change it to circular, it'll be circular. And then semicircular will be that one. Okay. So I'll show you a couple of them. We'll go to the horizontal. The styling is very much the same with all these. So you have an overall styler, which is this here. So this is just going to give you spacing, stripe selector, whether that's like animated stripes or whether it's just a solid bar. I always like the animated, looks a little bit better. And then just how the numbers and the text is going to display. Then you have your master typography, which would be, again, if you wanted to change the size of the typography, line height, change the color of that text, and then the progress. So down where it's 80%, you might want to make that much bigger. Make that 80%, and change the colors of that. So that's pretty much the master controls you have, and then the individual controls will come down to each individual bar. So you have to go to General and then click on the bar, which will open up a separate menu to allow that to be able to customize. So that progress level is sitting at 80 at the moment. So if you change that to 65, I do believe you have to hit save first for it to reflect, and then it'll show you. So this is where you might change the title. So, you know, if you were doing, this is where you were doing different fundraiser, test bar 1. The style, this is where you can change the background color. See how that's a gray background? You might want to go ahead and change that to orange. And again, you do have to save for it to take effect. So there's a little bit of back and forth. And then you have, that's about it, I think. That's the only real options you have. And then to add more bars, you can either come along and add a new progress bar, or if you're going to keep it the same color and all that, and color, you can just come ahead and duplicate that so you know it's going to be the same for each one. So that's how you will go ahead. And then as far as the sizing and that just depends on the box you put it in. If you put it in a smaller box, it's going to be smaller. I do believe there is the spacing is going to be the spacing between, it may not show very well because we made the text so big, but if we needed extra space. Okay, and then this is the thickness of the bar, depending on, you know, you can have nice big thick bars, or you can just come down to thinner ones, nice thin ones like that. And then the space below the title, which is going to be that space there, you can extend that, or you could make that much tighter. Okay, so that's about that for the horizontal. If we change this to vertical, again, it's just going to change this. I believe this is where you may be able to go in and put a image behind those bars. So you could do a gradient image or gradient color, or an image. So this is where you would come along and put your image. You may just have to work out the dimensions on that. You could put some fun. Don't forget to save. So that's where you could put, so that's the image on the front there. Okay, so I just wanted to see how they did. Okay, so yeah. So if you had a photo and you were raising money or funds for a particular, say you were doing fund for a particular person even, if you were doing a campaign to help raise funds for a certain missionary or a school sponsorship program, that could be a kind of a fun way to do it. Probably want to not repeat that and just get the right size. So that's something you may have to play around with. Obviously you'd want that full width. So that's your verticals, circular. And then you would just go into each one and change the background colors and the progress colors. So there you go. Okay, so that is your progress bars. Handy little tool, especially for particularly for fundraising. I have used this on multiple clients' websites and it works out really well. That is a progress bar.